The Community Planning Association of Southwest Idaho has been hard at work this past year planning for the future. We're always asking ourselves the tough questions. How will those living here in 30 years get around efficiently? How can we improve our transportation system now to benefit our residents today and tomorrow? How has our work been instrumental in the success of our member agencies, our roadways, transit, and pathways, and overall the region? How can we improve? These questions are at the forefront of our minds and have taken shape this past year. We have a staff full of superstars who enjoy what they do, take pride in hard work, and seek to constantly improve themselves and the outcomes of their efforts. This is what makes Compass Compass. We truly care about maintaining a healthy and economically vibrant region and are proud that our efforts help ensure that people have choices in how and where they live, work, play, and travel. Hello, I'm Matt Stoll. I'm the Executive Director of Compass. It has been my privilege to serve in that role for over 20 years. During my tenure, I have had the honor to work with a dedicated board of directors and staff committed to developing data-driven policies to make informed decisions. The planning, funding, and development of a transportation system that enhances the region's quality of life and economy takes focus and perseverance, especially in times of unprecedented regional growth. Our success in addressing our regional long-term needs is not accomplished with a snap of our fingers, but rather through dogged persistence exemplified by incremental accomplishments each year. So let's take a look at our accomplishments this past year. Compass values the whole person. Our staff continue to be recognized as regional and national experts, including serving as mentors for emerging professionals and presenting at local, regional, and national conferences and meetings. This past year, we had staff attend the American Planning Association Conference, speak at the Association of Metropolitan Planning Organization's conference, and win an award at the National Association of Regional Councils annual conference. We also had staff present at the Transportation Research Board's annual meeting in Washington, D.C.
Compass gives back. We are always thoroughly grateful to be able to hold our annual food drive and be an active participant in supporting our community. This past year, our staff donated $1,245 and 626 pounds of food to the Meridian Food Bank.
Compass is collaborative. Our communication staff work diligently to involve the public in all that we do. Over the past year, over 1,600 participants viewed Compass presentations, submitted comments, or attended our events. This last fiscal year has also been full of brand new and creative ways to share Compass's goals and work products with the public. We launched our podcast, In Motion. That is available on all streaming platforms and serve to provide updates and to keep you in the know on what we are up to at Compass. We have also made big steps in collaborating with our member agencies to promote safe transportation habits in the Treasure Valley. We launched our regionally collaborative safety campaign, Good Move, with the goal of promoting safe transportation habits to prevent deaths and serious injuries in our transportation system. We also continue to host our annual education series to provide opportunities for the public to learn about and discuss different transportation-related topics. Our topics this past year included housing, transportation resilience, and big data. Compass provided a forum and expertise to facilitate important discussions among local jurisdictions as they grappled with addressing significant regional challenges, including ways to address our transportation funding shortfall and mounting pressure on the existing transportation system.
Compass is innovative. The technical team at Compass supports all planning endeavors and keeps us up to date with the most current information and technical resources available. We provide technical analysis and data support for Compass projects and projects for our member agencies alike. We continue to contract for annual regional orthophotography flights, which is a popular and money-saving service we provide for our members. The current acquisition plan is to capture yearly imagery for the urban areas from 2022 to 2027 and rural areas every several years. We completed 20 special model runs for proposed developments to assist our member agencies and implemented a new and more efficient process for cleaning and compiling the regional building permit data. These data are necessary to calculate the population estimates completed annually by our planning team. We have also completed the 2023 Change in Motion scorecard, which tracks progress towards meeting Communities in Motion goals, which include safety, economic vitality, convenience, and quality of life. Our Regional Safety Action Plan is also nearing completion. Through analyzing crash data and identifying locations with the highest numbers of crashes resulting in deaths or serious injuries, this plan will help local agencies prioritize their safety improvements to help save lives.
Compass is proactive. The planning team does exactly what it sounds like. We plan, and we have an excellent team. We continue our work to support our current long-range plan, Communities in Motion 2050, in all our planning efforts. In addition, we are always looking towards the future and have begun our planning on the next installment of Communities in Motion, looking to 2055. Understanding how and how much the valley will grow is key to planning for the future transportation system. This past year, we completed the 2055 population estimate for Ada and Canyon counties. The result? We're estimating a future two-county population of 1.3 million people by 2055. We implemented Compass's Housing Coordination Plan, which analyzes the direct connection between housing and transportation. And we evaluated 38 development applications for consistency with Communities in Motion 2050 goals and provided feedback to member agency decision makers on these developments. One of our largest projects of the year has been our Let's Ride Treasure Valley study. This project is examining a future high-capacity transit connection east to west between Boise and Caldwell. Throughout the study, we are partnering with a diverse set of stakeholders, including cities, counties, highway districts, environmental resource agencies, and the Federal Transit Administration. In the fall of 2024, we held 2 public open houses to get broad input on the study's purpose and need. This plan is estimated to be complete in December of 2025. For our active transportation users, we traveled all over the Treasure Valley with our state-of-the-art data bike, measuring the condition of our pathways to help prioritize maintenance. We also continued to count cyclists and pedestrians on local and regional pathways. This helps us plan for where the need is the greatest.
Compass is inclusive. Our resource development team works with all our members to ensure that the projects that need funding get funded. We budget that funding in the Regional Transportation Improvement Program, also known as the TIP. The resource development team managed a $1.7 billion 7-year program of transportation projects in Ada and Canyon counties, identified in the Long-Range Transportation Plan. Our grant writer has also been busy assisting member agencies in pursuing nearly $24.5 million in grant funding through grant writing, research, review, and letters of support. With Compass assistance, the City of Notice was awarded a $1.4 million federal grant to plan for transportation system improvements, and the City of Garden City was awarded a Technical Assistance Thriving Communities grant. We also wrote a successful $276,000 Safe Streets and Roads for All supplemental planning grant that will allow Compass to develop a prioritized deployment plan for leading pedestrian intervals and accessible pedestrian signals to enhance the safety of vulnerable road users in Ada and Canyon counties.
As you may have heard, I'm retiring as Compass Executive Director in February of 2025. I am thankful for the Board of Directors who initially entrusted me with the leadership of this organization. I have been blessed to work with outstanding staff, volunteers, member agencies, and elected officials over the years. Our past successes as a region have only been accomplished through our collective efforts and partnerships at the local, state, and national levels. Our future successes will be determined by your vision for the region and willingness to focus and continue to work with current and new partners. I wish the region well and look forward to watching and benefiting as a resident from the successful efforts of the region's new leaders.
On my first day at Compass, Matt and I sat down and talked about the culture at Compass, and he made the comment that his was a job that someone doesn't retire from. So I can say this is one of those few instances where I can say, Matt, you were wrong. Seriously though, Matt has been a mentor and a friend and somebody I've really enjoyed working with, and he will definitely be missed. And I really wish him and Silvana all the best in their next chapter.
My favorite memory of Matt is probably going to be his shoes. As silly as that may sound, I think that's one thing that I just found really funny. When I first started working with him, he is very much a shoe guy. They are some of the most flamboyant kicks I think I've ever seen, and he owns them, he wears them well, so I'm going to remember that fondly. I really admired the way Matt balances being stern, but also doing so in a way where you know it's coming from a position where he supports you and wants what's best for you. And so you really feel that in working with him, and that has certainly resonated with me.
I've had the privilege to work with Matt here at Compass. I really do appreciate his leadership in setting a tone here at Compass and making it the best place I've ever worked at. I do wish him well.
Something that just stuck with me, and I'll never forget it, is when I found out that he was a diehard Buffalo Bills fan, and if the Bills had lost on Sunday, stay out of Matt's way on Monday. He reminds me of a football coach in some ways. He's great at motivating his team.
Matt, we'll miss you and your leadership style. I've really come to appreciate how much trust and support you've given staff and in all of our projects. I really have appreciated when there's hard moments, you stepping in and taking the reins and helping us see through those rough spots. So I wish you all the best in retirement. Take care.
Over the years, I have so appreciated Matt's long-range vision for the transportation system and really pushed staff to think big and think long-term, which I think is really unique for this area. I will miss Matt's leadership and wish him all the best in the coming years.
Okay, so Matt and I started at about the same time, and back then in the early days in the 2000s, our focus for transportation was really on maintenance projects, and we never in a million years dreamed that we would have so many success stories with transportation projects, but we have many of those. We have the completion of widening I-84, US 2026, 10-mile overpass, and there's so many other ones that have taken place, and there's a lot that are actually still underway. And on top of that, we had a really great highlight, and that was back in 2018 when the region was awarded a $90 million grant. That was one of the highlights, I think, of all of our careers. But Matt has been our leader, our mentor, and a friend for more than 20 years. And we really appreciate the leadership that he's given us. He was always open to discussion, and probably the best thing about him is we knew he always had our back. So we appreciate it and we wish him well.